So my routine is when I come home from work in the afternoon, I usually come out and take care of the chickens, come check out all the plants and see what's going on with them. I have a few issues going on. These are my sweet pepper plants, and as you can see, they were chewed on quite a bit. I tried a home remedy pesticide. I don't want any chemicals on any of our stuff. It kind of stunted their growth a little bit, but they are, as you can see, rebounding. So I'm hopefully going to get something out of these. My spaghetti squash wants to take over. I'm going to choke that one out. I'm going to have to do something with that. This side is also more sweet peppers, pretty much to the nubs, between eating and the insecticide that I used. So I'm hoping some of these peppers are going to recover. Our pepper plants are next, which you can see they're recovering very well. I actually got some blossoms on that one. The leaves are coming back strong, and like I said, got some blossoms. Hopefully we'll get some peppers on there. This bed is the one that was almost demolished. It had just nubbies everywhere, and we have lots of leaves coming back. And our solo pepper back there, that plant has several leaves back on it. So actually, as I'm looking right now, I have something on there. I think I just discovered what's eating the leaves. I'm gonna have to find out what those little things are. Okay, so we're at the tomatoes, and after a little research last night, we were watching The Fit Farmer, Mike Dixon, and they were doing some trimming on some tomato plants, which I think is going to help us greatly. We're going to take a try today. I have way too many leaves lower, and I have branching happening, and I have some suckers going, which I didn't understand all that. So we're going to do some trimming here and see what we got. We're going to start all the way down here. I have low leaves, and I have a lot of suckers coming off these things. This one is splitting right here, so I have to determine which one I'm going to take per their instructions. So I'm going to leave this tall, strong one that has blooms on it, I think. So we're going to cut off this one. As they referenced on their video, these might start looking a little sparse, but that is apparently what we need to do. They did say to start trimming as your reference point your blooms or your first fruit. Now my blooms are all the way at the tippy top. This is the closest down here. I'm not sure that I should go all the way up to the tippy top, or I'm just going to have up there. So I'm going to start here and see what we get. I'm going to attach that closer there to hold it up a little better so it's stronger. We have a sucker right here we're going to get rid of. And I don't see any more on there. So we're going to start on that one with that and see where we get. Let's move over to this little guy. He's got blooms all the way at the top too. And what they said on that channel was that these lower leaves and the suckers take the nutrients from the top that wants to produce the fruit. So if we get rid of all this nonsense all the way up, the nutrients can go up to where it's trying to produce the fruit, which we have some blossoms right there. I think I'm gonna go up that far on that one, and let's see what we got. We got a little baby sucker starting there. Let's pull him off. We got one right there. Well, we're gonna start there and see. That's kind of flimsy. We're gonna see where that goes. We also have discussed putting more dirt in this bed to come up the stems more, because all these little hairs apparently will turn into roots, which will make these plants even stronger. So that will be happening in the next few days. And I have no blossoms on
There you go.
this plant, so I think we're going to stop right there and see what we get. This one we're going to do some lower ones. I split several times on this plant. So I split here. So we're going to decide which one of these we want. And then I have to decide up here, we have another split, which one of these we want. This one on the right has all the blossoms, so we're going to go with that. So I'm going to clip this one off and pull that out of there. And I'm going to pull these off the lower part. Again, I don't have any fruit, and the only blossoms I have are high. So we're going to do the best we can. Yeah, one of these need to go, so they both look about the same. So we're just going to go for one. I'm going to go for the straighter one. So I'm going to take the one off to the right. I think I'm going to go ahead and take this piece off too. Let's see what we get. Those look very bare, but apparently that is what I needed to do. So this is a learning process, and we are going to continue until we get fruit. So we've already shown you the pepper plants and how the aphids and the other bugs have almost destroyed the pepper plants. Now we wanted to bring you back and show you with a little bit of fertilizer, some ladybugs that we got in, that we released, and extra soil has changed these peppers tremendously. They are flourishing. We have peppers coming on. We have peppers down there. We got buds everywhere now. So these pepper plants are flourishing. And in this bed, same thing. They are flourishing. Everyone had dropped all leaves. This is our jalapeno plant. It is going wild crazy. And now let's take a look at the tomatoes. So here's the tomato plants. These were very leggy and thin. As you've seen in the last video, we discussed that we put fertilizer, more soil, and we trimmed a lot of the suckers and the split branches on most of these. And now they have just loaded up. We have tomatoes. We have tomatoes. And we have tomatoes on this side. They are super full with vegetation. We're getting tomatoes there. We have tomatoes here. So as you can see, as we round the bed, we have vegetation everywhere. They're just flourishing too. We have more tomatoes on this side right here. So we're very pleased with the changes we made and the advice we have received and the adjustments we did to soil and fertilizer. So we also did the adjustments which we told you on our 2-in-1 medley tree. We did the additional soil, we did a fertilizer stake for citrus, and these are our lemons just getting bigger and bigger. So I believe all the adjustments we've made so far is working out wonderful. So check back and see how much produce we have coming in the next week or two.